Now we've talked about the mindset and the skill set. I want to talk about the next thing, which is the myth. And I think this is the most powerful part. What are the myths that practitioners tell themselves? What do they say in their own head? Each quadrant has a myth of things they're telling themselves in their head. And the key to unlocking each of the quadrants is to get really clear about what's keeping them locked up, right? Oftentimes the practitioner says, I don't have time to work on the practice. I'm treating patients in the back. I got all these other time constraints. So the question that I ask the practitioner is, can you afford not to? Can you afford not to work on the practice? Realize the curse of the practitioner is they don't have time to work on the practice because they haven't worked on the practice. It's a vicious cycle, right? The perfectionist. The perfectionist takes pride in their work being perfect. And oftentimes they say that they can't trust anyone else to do it. I can do it better than you, is what they often say, or they tell me. And the question to ask is, how can I maintain my excellent high standards and still be able to grow and serve more patients? How can I get out of this trading time for money rat race, the hamster wheel, so to speak? What myth do piddlers tell themselves? Oftentimes what they say is, I need more information before I'm ready to make a decision. The challenge to the piddler is, how can I make big decisions faster? Doesn't mean we have to make them with no information, but how can we make bigger decisions faster is the challenge for piddlers. And for the CEO, oftentimes, again, they have successful singles practices. How can I scale up my practice and scale multiple practices, or grow the practice I have to the next level and take my team and my patients and be able to serve more in my community? So this is the 4 points of the time money matrix. And oftentimes when I'm working with a dentist, if this is a dartboard and I'm throwing darts at it, you're not going to have only one quadrant that you land in, right? You might kind of land like right here. You got a little bit practitioner, a little bit perfectionist in some ways, right? Maybe you're solidly in practitioner. Maybe you kind of lean up here in the middle, a little CEO, a little practitioner. And as with everything, as with our everything we do around the 5 A's, the money funnel, the team-driven practice, we're not trying to move mountains here. If we can identify a couple things that help you move from the perfectionist to the practitioner to the CEO bucket, those couple things are going to add hundreds of thousands of dollars into your practice. We see it happen all the time. And that's the magic of incremental improvement. We don't need to come into a successful practice and upset the apple cart. In fact, that's the opposite of what we want to do. We want to find the couple areas that we can make iterative improvements to scale up and improve what's already working really well in a lot of cases. There's always a couple things here or there, a couple little things to improve upon.